Recently, it's fair to say that Brennan Johnson has been on the receiving end of some high scrutiny that has unfortunately led to abuse, resulting in him deactivating his Instagram account and him genuinely looking quite nervous to walk over to the travelling support at Coventry, where he saved Tottenham from what could have been an embarrassing defeat. Now, the abuse for his performance against Arsenal, for starters, is very strange, considering there were 10 other Tottenham Hotspur players on the pitch, but we'll delve into his performance in this video and look into Brennan Johnson at his best, why Spurs fans are frustrated with the Welshman, and why it is that he's struggling. Now, first and foremost, the 23-year-old at his best is a winger that enjoys being a reliable outlet in transition, and when the ball and himself is moving fast. He likes to play with intensity and is particularly good at creating chances for those in the box through low-driven crosses, cutbacks, layoffs, which was utilised well last season as he achieved double figures in assists. He loves to run to the byline and drive a low cross to the back post where a white shirt is attacking, often beating the player for his pure speed in the process, which is also why he's such an impact off the bench against tired legs. His explosive pace is very difficult to deal with, which we saw Coventry struggle to handle in the cup tie, and Luton Town, Crystal Palace on 2 occasions, Brighton, Brentford and more in his time at the London club. As well as this, his finishing in the final third is pretty impressive too, but right now Spurs fans aren't seeing this. Tottenham paid £50 million for the Welshman, and right now feel pretty disappointed and unexcited with Johnson's contribution on the pitch. Right now, it's quite clear that he's lacking confidence. His decision making has been quite poor, and he's struggling to actually beat his man in 1v1 battles, as he's far too reliant on his speed and seemingly has no other tricks up his sleeve. He's definitely underperforming, that's clear. Against Arsenal and Leicester this season in particular, he's shown when he's on the ball and the fullback challenges him, he fails to protect the ball, guard the ball. He's lacking the physicality and looks far too approachable for a fullback to swoop in and simply win bad possession, almost as if he's panicking. But I think Spurs fans are incredibly harsh on his performances and are piling the criticism all on to the young man's shoulders. Spurs overall at this moment are knocking the ball around far too slowly. Archie Gray and Brennan Johnson said themselves in the post-match interview, and as a result of that, they aren't looking as dangerous as they can be. But also, this isn't supportive of most of their players' skill set. Werner, Maddison, Son, Pedro Porro, all plus more genuinely thrive and become more fluent with each other when the ball is moving faster. Now, possession is nice, sometimes key, but when it's used far too much for the expensive player to save, then you are limiting the players that you have and are relying on individual quality to escape defeats. Johnson's situation is slightly similar to Gabriel Martinelli's of Arsenal's. Slight differences in Arsenal being much better, and Martinelli's lack of attacking success is made up for their other attackers, but Martinelli too is an attacker that is more direct. He's fast in transition, he enjoys space to drive into and to cause chaos in the inside spaces and run beyond the back line. At this moment, he's scored 1 goal since March. Arteta tweaked his system, and the Brazilian has become a touchline winger, one that hugs the widths of the pitch and isn't allowed inside as much, where he finds a lot of success. Martinelli is an explosive direct forward that wants to shoot, not preserve possession. But this has affected his game more as he's struggling for output, struggling to take on his man. Now his speed isn't doing the talking and his playmaking qualities are lacking, mostly because his role has changed but his confidence is very low. Now, Johnson is similar to this in his role, but confidence is the ultimate weapon for any footballer. Micaiah Mudryk is similar in this too. Right now he lacks in decision making and tactical IQ, but there's lots of players who slowly gain confidence and become the player they once were, maybe better or just a whole new player. Mateta at Palace, for example, Iheanacho at Leicester City in 2021. But to conclude, Brennan Johnson is fine. All players have bad patches, and yes, the 50 million fee was excessive, but once Spurs are ticking, they have a lot of potential. Brennan Johnson's crossing towards Dominic Solanke's link-up I'm looking forward to seeing, and I'm sure a lot of Spurs fans could be too. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash a like, comment below what you think of Tottenham Hotspur and Brennan Johnson at the moment, and I'll see you guys next time.